Hi Taurus, welcome to your monthly reading. I'm Ashley Rose and this is your January 2022 monthly reading. Happy New Year. This reading is for all Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We're going to be pulling 7 cards for the overview of this month, 1 oracle card, 3 cards for your love life, and 3 cards that clarify, and then we're going to end it with an affirmation because you know I love my affirmations. Happy New Year. Happy 2022. 22 is the master number of the builder. And it's all about, whatever you're building, whatever you're creating, really having a solid ground to bloom and blossom. So this year being 2022, what are we wanting to create? Because we really have this opportunity to create something that will grow and flourish and be a long-lasting structure in our life. So I love that January starts off with so much inspiration. We have, January 2nd, we have a new moon in Capricorn, and that's here to bring new ideas on the work that we can implement. It's the start of a fresh lunar cycle, and that's where we can set new intentions, or we can reflect, we can go within to, get all of our energy back, to know how to move forward. And then we have, Mercury retrograde coming January 13th. And yeah, that sounds scary because there's miscommunication and things slow down and, it's a hard time for us, but it's coming for us to take the information that we're receiving, to take this knowledge, this insight, to go within and examine the behaviors and the thought patterns that aren't really working for us, the way that we interact with our relationships and in how we can bring more balance and harmony in, so that when we go forward and it goes direct, we can really put our feet to the pavement and then we have Jupiter is in Pisces this year. So Jupiter is the lucky planet, and then Pisces is our dreams, our inspiration, the mystical side of life. So really anything can happen this year. And then we're in Venus retrograde. So again, our relationships are kind of getting a makeover. We're taking time to sit and think and observe about our relationships. And again, how can we bring in more peace and harmony? Hello, present in our reading. I love this. I'm telling you, this year is starting off with some big support. There's support around all of us, and I can really feel that. It feels like I'm gonna be I feel like cutesy girl, but like a big hug as we move through into this next chapter, because we're really walking into it. Ooh, okay, I like it. Sorry, we're walking into this new chapter, and it feels a little like we're opening our eyes after we get out of a deep sleep, because we're where are we? Or it's foggy, and slowly the fog is starting to clear, and we're starting to get more understanding of what to do with this energy and what to do with this month and this year, because we can feel it energetically. We might feel a little anxious, a little nervous, like something's happening, something's coming, and it is, and it's coming for our benefit, it's coming for our guidance, and it's coming for, ultimately our abundance and support. So, don't be afraid of it, and just remind yourself you are where you need to be, and to trust the process, and to keep trusting the unfolding. Ooh, yeah. I love that. Love. Whoa, we got a hider underneath that. Let me see. Ooh. Yeah. And for you, specifically this month, there's a lot of things getting shaken. There's a lot of things getting stirred up. And sometimes for Taurus, it's a little hard because we're stubborn. And we like to stay where we are. We like being comfortable. We like being cozy. We like what makes us feel beautiful and what makes us, feel the beauty, see the beauty in our life. But we need to start moving. Does that make sense? We need to get ourselves in a new space to receive new information, so we can do things a little differently moving forward, because we have so much at our fingertips to play with. We got to get up and play with it a little bit. Ooh. Alrighty, just 3 more and we're into it. Yeah, Because really the only thing that's going to stop you this month is yourself. Is getting in the way and playing games and allowing your emotions to kind of take over. And allowing, you know, these parts of you that you don't really know how to channel yet to kind of get in the way. But that's what this month is kind of is working through those things, is working through that energy that we're unsure how to work with, so we can calm it. Yeah. Wow, I love this. I love it. Okay, so we start the month off with the Knight of Wands, and that's what I'm talking about, this energy of acting out of extremes. The Knight of Wands is coming up, you know, for a lot of us. It's an energy that's around right now because we're trying to find the balance. Big theme this year, if you haven't watched my 2022 video, go check that out. I'll put it up here somewhere. But ultimately this year is about creating balance, creating harmony, and deepening our spirituality, deepening our connection with ourselves. Not even like spirituality in a like religious sense, or just like, it's really this connection with yourself and listening to what you want and what you're doing. So I feel like the Knight of Wands is coming to help us understand and to work through any issues we have with balance, because the Knight of Wands is about extremes, right? And the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, they're extreme in the way of how they move forward. They kind of just, you know, they've graduated from a page to a knight, and they're so excited, and they're just, oh my God, I don't know what's happening in my voice. Okay. They're so excited to, you know, do good by the king and the queen, that they're just going to go out there. They're just going to create. They're just going to achieve. Like, you're getting all this information, and it's a new year, so you want to do new things, but caution. Pay attention to what you're doing. Be, you know, aware of the work that you're putting in, and if it's really benefiting you moving forward, because we have this Five of Cups in reverse, but then this Seven of Swords, and this isn't talking about necessarily like serious conflict, but this is some type of conflict, and this is like playing games. This is manipulating. This is doubt. This is, you know, manipulating a situation for your own personal gain, because you're worried about, you know, you may be failing, but you're not going to fail. Like, we're not doing that, because we're letting go of this grief that we're holding on to. We're letting go of these past things that didn't work out, and we're allowing us to kind of come out of this black cloak of like darkness, and again, like I was talking about, this fog of what's going on. And so maybe when we're coming out of that fog, something that we have to realize is maybe the behaviors that we've had in the past, that we've been, you know, not wanting to acknowledge, not wanting to deal with, to look at, because, you know, maybe that makes us something else, but it doesn't. And it's okay to reflect. You're human. We're going to do these things. But instead of this Knight of Swords teaming up with this, or this Knight of Wands teaming up with this Knight or this Seven of Swords to kind of move forward and kind of barrel through everything, you're gonna lose sight of what's actually supposed to go on this month. Tap into this grief that you're releasing, this fog that you're coming out of, and just allow yourself to see where maybe you put your own self in your own harm's way in your dreams. Does that make sense? Like, and again, we're human, it happens. But acknowledging that and moving through this is going to be super important and super impactful to your month, because we have the King of Cups sitting in the middle of your reading. So this is, I feel like this is Jupiter in Pisces kind of coming in to give us this luck, this inspiration of our dreams. But we have that sitting in the middle of our reading. So essentially this month is about your dreams. It's about what you can create. It's about this trust and acknowledging and knowing that what you're going through, there's a reason for it, but it's going to be very important to remain grounded in the beauty that you're creating in your life, because here you are, you're present. When I see the Empress, she is creating a life out of love to share with those she loves. She sits here on this comfortable throne with these plush pillows of her creativity and her desires, and she's just built everything that she's wanted with ease, right? With love. But she's had to let it go with the flow for a little bit, right? Like there's this water that the King of Cups is kind of bleeding into this card, right? This remembrance of going with the flow and trusting the process and not making it go too fast, not trying to bulldoze through the journey, but enjoying the journey as it happens, because there is like an awakening and an unfolding. And we have the Queen of Swords here. Like, look at all of this powerful energy coming in to support you. We have water signs, we have air signs, we have earth signs, we have all of this. Where's fire? We have fire over here. So we're learning how to use our, it's not a court card, it's not a king or queen, so we haven't mastered this creative energy, this enthusiasm, what our life purpose is. But they are coming in to help you acknowledge that, right? It's like, what are your dreams? What is the stability and the comfort that you create? Okay, now what are the ideas we have about it? And let's move forward. That's what the Queen of Swords is coming in to help us do. She's like, all right, it's time for us to move forward. She has a crown of butterflies on her head. So that's transformation, and we are transforming the way that we see our lives, the perspective that we have on our life, how we want to create the life that we live, and how we're going to communicate that. And when we move forward, we allow that old part of us, this stuff, to die and fall away. That sounds so like but death, right? It's about letting go, it's about rebirth, and we allow these bad habits, these things that we don't want to continue bringing forward, the stubbornness, the playing games, deceiving our own selves, because this is what this card is like. You're deceiving yourself because you're playing game. Like, we came to the carnival to have fun, but instead of having fun, you went around and stole everybody's swords. Why? Don't do that. Just have fun, be present in the moment. And that's what we're letting go of, because in death there's a rebirth, right? And we have to allow our old selves to go away so that we can be reborn into somebody that is more authentic in who we are, right? Into this new version of us, into this chapter. Because we can't build something really long lasting holding on to, this. Holding on to, in negative ways of communicating, negative ways of behaving. We've passed this. We've worked on it. And ultimately, this little knight is going towards this enlightenment, this light in the background. And I love that both this Knight of Wands and the little skeleton here, they're in different directions, but they both have armor on. And when you look at them all together, it's like there's all of these cards are sandwiched, let me get them together, in between these two. And it's like this journey that you're going through this month is protected by these knights, right? And it's creative, and it's it's endings, and it's a surrender, and it's a surrender to who you are. And I just am seeing this like sword, even like the Queen of Swords here, she's like leading it. She's like, onward. Like, if you don't know where to go, I'm showing you where you're gonna go. And we have the moon here at the bottom. So it's our fears. We're moving through our fears. We're letting our fears go away. We are surrendering to, our truths, our vulnerability, our authenticity. And, it's time for us to go on a new journey and to make ourselves a little uncomfortable, to get comfortable with what we really want to bring into our life. Where our oracle card, we have two. We had one that was hiding underneath, but the first one is get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. And this just reminds me of the Empress, honestly. Get grounded, connect with nature, connect with what makes you feel like you. We have this little Buddha in the background. She's sitting here enlightened. There's like these little light dots down like the center of her. I feel like that just means like aligned, and it's like on her chakras. There's roses. So again, rebirth. There's this rose here in this card. We're talking about roses are a symbol for rebirth. They're a symbol for new beginnings and allowing your ideas to be birthed. Even the Empress, she's about birthing her ideas into life, into creation. There could be some of us getting pregnant this month, Taurus, because Empress is about that as well. And then we have awakening, energetic upgrades of new way of being, integration. And that's you just like floating there. And that's kind of how you're going to feel this month. Like, you're just kind of like floating in suspension because you're awakened. You are. These things that we're cracking open, that we're letting go of, are allowing you to be awakened. And then we even have this moon here on top because we're letting go of those fears that stopped us from allowing ourselves to awaken, allowing ourselves to be enlightened on where we're going forward. So I love this. Now let's get into our love reading. We have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together with the High Priestess. Then we have express your love, go ahead and make the romantic gesture, the Empress. So I love that you're showing up in your reading for the month and in the reading for your love life, because that means that you're present, you're here, you want to do the work, and you want to work through what's been holding you back from attaining the life, the life that you really want to have for yourself. And that's amazing, Taurus. You should be proud of yourself. Do not feel down because maybe you're not where you want to be, or there's other people doing different things. Just be grateful for where you are and that you are ready to embark on this journey and do something just a little different, right? We have reconciliation. Someone from the past is returning to your life. And then we have 8 of Cups. This is interesting because I get both. And I get with this 8 of Cups, this somebody from your life, it's like either some of us are walking away from that person in your life. They're coming back in to show us maybe that why we've acted in these ways that were negative and not for our best interest, or only for our best interest, right? Or we're walking away from those behaviors and allowing ourselves to be realigned with that. It's our choice. What are we doing? Again, the moon sits in the sky, so where are we allowing our fears to lie? There's water, intuition guiding us. We're following this, this coastline of the water, again, like that symbol of, following the intuition. There's mountains in the background, so we know that there are things there's a journey that we're on and stuff that we're going to have to work through, right? But we're doing it ultimately for our new dream, our new vision, and our purpose. We're holding it. Though we're the knight and we're still learning how to harness our energy, we're following it, we trust it because it's a part of our purpose. It's part of our path. We have this high priestess here, and this is when it comes to calling in our soulmate, we're no longer in fear of our relationships and the things that we've done. We trust that we know what we want and we know what we're going to, and we're connected to it. We have all the answers in our hand, in our laptop, right? That's what that's signifying. We have them at our fingertips, and we're going to trust the knowledge that we receive calling in our soulmate. Yeah, so you want, it's like, I want it, I'm going to allow myself to have it, right? And then we have express your love. I love that, express your love. With the Empress, it's like, I'm giving you love. That's what you want. Express it. Express it in so many different ways that's not within a relationship, because I promise if you do it, you find different ways to cultivate love in every experience that you have, making food for yourself. Oh my God, when you think about, be present in that. It sounds silly, but be present in that moment. You're making your food. Like, I'm making this food to give my body love, to nourish me, to give me energy, to fill me up, to make me feel warm. I'm gonna love it, right? When you take a shower, love on yourself in there. When you go see your family, it's an obvious sign of love, but really think of new ways to express your love. And so then when you have a relationship, it just flows naturally. The love is flowing because you've put the intention to bring more love and express more love into your life, that when you have that with somebody else, you're gonna, look at her. She expresses her love. That's the whole thing the Empress is about. That's how she creates the life that she wants, is by expressing her love and showing her love and trusting in her love. Guys, this is a good month. It's gonna feel a little tough at first, but you're gonna get a lot of insight, especially during the Mercury retrograde. That's going to be very important. But which is where this stuff is gonna come from. But trust in what you're doing to, yes. Where I surrender my will to the care of spirit and the universe, I attune my energy with the ever-present stream of well-being. Come on. All this water, king and stream here, stream behind here, and we got the Empress over there. Come on, even here. There's water back here. Exactly. Surrender to your will. Surrender to your power. You're not surrendering to anything that's going to hurt you or harm you. You are just surrendering to yourself. So stop these behaviors that make you cross your boundaries and make you cross yourself. It's okay. We've done it. We can work through it. That's what this month is about. Getting us queued up for everything that we're ready to receive. So I love you guys. If you'd like to know more about me, check out my website. That's ashlyrose.com. Or you can follow me on Instagram, Ashley Rose Tarot. The links are in the description for both of those. Otherwise, I will see you in the daily tarot readings.